Los Trios Diablos have now accepted the punishment meted out by Cricket Australia, and we can now get on with rubbing vitamin E cream into our scarred national psyche. Because regardless of whether you love cricket or not, it's part of us, isn't it? We've all heard of the cricketing greats, from W.G. Grace, the great Imran Khan, Chris Tavares, and of course Don Bradman's Invincibles. As well as its heroes, cricket has had its share of infamous moments too, whether it's the stink caused by Trevor Chappell's underarm or Dennis Lilly's aluminium leg, or whatever the freak this is. So he redeems himself. Oh, no, he doesn't. But how does former Prime Minister and cricket tragic John Howard feel about the cricket imbroglio? Joining me live on the phone from his home in Bennelong is Mr. Howard. Thank you, Mr. Howard. We've never actually had you on the show before. It's usually just me doing a bad impression.
I know. It's a pleasure to be here, Shaun. I enjoy watching Mad as Hell on a Wednesday. Jeanette's not too keen on it. She goes off to the rubbers room to watch the wrestling.
Oh, so you got a TV in the rubbers room?
No, we haven't.
Now, I know you were a big Donald Bradman fan.
I still am, Shaun. I had the great pleasure of meeting the Don just before he died. In fact, I may well have been the reason he passed away. I had gone over to his house to get him to sign approximately 1,000 pieces of memorabilia when Lady Bradman told him I was downstairs. He apparently jumped out of the window.
And how do you think he would have reacted to this whole ball-tampering fiasco brouhaha?
Well, knowing the Don as well as I did, which was pretty well considering we barely met, I think he'd have been spinning in his grave like a turbine. He'd have been burrowing his way out of the grave to rise again from the earth and wreak vengeance on all those who had sullied the good name of Australia's greatest sport.
He would have haunted them, do you think?
He would not rest until they had paid for their sins in blood.
Mr. Howard, would he have done this as a skeleton or as a ghost, do you think?
It's hard to be certain about these sorts of things, Shaun. His body was previously interred in Centennial Park Cemetery in Adelaide, so I think not having a corporeal presence would enable him to travel interstate with greater ease.
What do you mean, was interred?
Well, I'm a big fan of the Don that I am. I arranged to have his body dug up and transported to a crypt I'd built in my basement where I sometimes, when Jeanette said book club or spin class or what have you, I would visit him in the dead of night and dance about with his bones. Sometimes strapping his skull on top of mine and driving through the neighbourhood singing "Our Don Bradman" at the top of my lungs while egging various public monuments.
It'd be fair to say then that you think the Don would be disappointed in what's happened.
Well, not inconsolably, of course, Shaun. Now, you've got to keep a sense of proportion about these sorts of things. After all, it's only a game.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. John Howard, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. I've got to go now. I've got to go. I'm dripping all over the carpet.
What, you've just been in the shower?
No.